dreams about the hydrogen economy and how hydrogen would solve everything. But I think what people have tended to forget is that there is a lot of hydrogen already being used in industry today, of which all of it is produced based on fossil fuels. So before you even start moving to new applications, you would need to replace that first. Then what we've seen is that or come to realize is that the amount of energy that would be required for the production of green hydrogen through electrolysis is very, very high. And as long as we don't have the amount of renewables in the system that could do that, then again, it's a bit of a inoptimal allocation, I think, of that renewable energy that we are bringing online. And I observe that a lot of the commitments that have been made by several governments around the world, also in Europe and other places, that they're sort of slowly starting to retrench and slowly saying that maybe this hydrogen pipeline wasn't such a good idea. Maybe you also seen industrial companies and projects that were supposed to produce hydrogen from dedicated solar and wind facilities, for instance, are also being cancelled. So part of it is higher interest rates, which has been bad for renewables in general, but part of it is also a realization that I think this market in hydrogen, and there's a ton of reasons that we don't have time to discuss today. Did you know that hydrogen is a greenhouse gas, actually, also? I mean, that's not something that people have really considered. It's a much smaller molecule than methane, so it very easily escapes a lot of fugitive emissions and so on. So there's a lot of things with hydrogen that when you really think about it, you wonder why were people so ecstatic about that as a fuel. And then coming to gas, natural gas, which of course is methane. There is some science that is being published at the moment, which confirms earlier work by the Environmental Defense Fund and others in the US, which shows that natural gas, and especially LNG, liquefied natural gas, has a warming effect across the whole value chain that is as high or higher than coal. So the idea that it's better for the climate to use gas to generate electricity, it's not. It burns cleaner at the moment when you burn it, but you have to get it to that point. So there are methane emissions at the wellhead. There's methane emissions from pipelines. There's methane emissions when you get too much pressure in the system. You have to vent it. The whole LNG process, the ships, everything. So I think that's a realization that, just like the one on hydrogen, is not fully come through yet. So you will hear people talking about this just like with the hydrogen. Then there will be other people at the other end of the room who still haven't gotten there and who will still say, yeah, but it's a transition fuel and so on. But I think that will sink in over the coming months and years. And what worries me a little bit, we talked about Asia and renewables before, is that some Asian countries, and Japan is one of them, have entered into some very long-term contracts on LNG deliveries, a little bit out of panic, I think, following the invasion of Ukraine by Russia. And they are now stuck with these contracts. So I would hope that those countries that have these long contracts do not try to solve their problem by offloading that LNG and encouraging other countries around the region to take that up, because it is not a solution when it comes to limiting global warming.